describe obviously. That second chord, major.
This is major?
Not major. It's something else.
Oh, that's
there it is.
Yeah, okay. That's
right. It. What is that?
Yes, you got a tuner on it too? You got a tuner on it too? That's okay. I think I'm gonna do that. I think I heard you talk about this, but when did you start like actually playing?
Man, I was probably in elementary school, but not serious about it. Only because my mom had bought me a guitar instead of a bass. So it made me mad. I ripped 2 top strings off of it, played the bottom 4, pretending like it's a bass.
But I guess your heart was set on the bass, huh?
Yeah, it was sick.
And somebody inspired you to play bass, like
My brother.
Okay, got it.
And Jermaine Jackson, Jackson 5. Because at the time he was singing, dancing, and playing, and it was like, oh my God.
And you didn't see a lot of, well, you probably saw a couple of other groups playing and singing at the same time. I know that was
that was a thing. Yeah. Everybody did it, back in the day.
You don't see that as much. The only other time I've seen that, like today, I want to say, is Bruno Mars's band.
Yep.
Bruno Mars is, and they do it at the same time. They do it for real. It's not it's not like just a show.
As a matter of fact, that is, to me, not unless you have like rock bands or whatever.
Right. Yeah, I didn't know what else to really ask you. I just kind of wanted to jam. I did want to say this though, and I know I've said this before, but I know I mentioned in college, where that was when I initially met you. But after I bought your CD, there were a handful of CDs that I just went to because I was kind of in this blah season of my life at that time. But I didn't want to quit college. So when I came back after a break, I'm just like, listen, I'm gonna just lean into this music. Like if I just get in this space where I just don't want to do it anymore, in terms of college, I'm gonna just put this music on. I know that like Frankie Beverly, well, Maze featuring Frankie Beverly was one, George Benson was one. In terms of artists, there were only a couple of songs off of those projects. I want to say a couple of Common's albums. He was then Common Sense. Raphael Sadiq. A few others, but then when I bought your CD, I was just like, yo, this is a vibe, man. And it's just the way it came on, and the way it was treated, the music production and all that other stuff. But aside from the music production, it was just the way that the instruments spoke. I mean, that's the thing too. But I do remember being in a particular space where I was just kind of like in one of those moments where I'm just like, man, I don't feel like doing none of this work, and I'm gonna just put this on. And then, it was one of my first times hearing, like actually putting it on, putting Surrender on. And when that love came on, when that loop came on, I was like, oh, yo.
Yeah, and that to me was like my best Stevie Wonder impression. That's cool. Yeah, so that's really what I kind of was shooting at.
Yeah. And I think I remember you telling me that before. And but yeah, it really, the way you stamped the melody on it, and when the vocal and everything, and when, like, I think I told you this, when the bass comes in, all that spoke to me. I was just like, whoa. And this was around the time I was learning bass. I had bought my first bass.
So which one did you learn first, guitar or bass?
I learned guitar first. I was like 20, 21. And I bought a lead guitar. And I started. So you didn't play during your high school years and early years? No, I played. Piano was my first instrument. That was like a self-taught thing, but that was heavily in elementary school. Middle school, I played trumpet. Like I was like kind of hard on trumpet actually. And then I moved away from trumpet. High school, I studied visual arts. So I was like studying drawing, painting, because it was a performing arts school. So I did that, but that whole time I wasn't playing no piano, I wasn't playing no instruments, nothing like that. It was very hip hop centered in my high school years. So there were a lot of ciphers, and they needed somebody to beatbox and beat on the table. So that was me. That was me. Then graduated, obviously. Took a semester off. I didn't go straight into college, but I decided to enter into the architecture program at Florida A&M. And that I loved the program. I loved the program, period. There were I think some elements that were just a little off of me. And I needed the thing that was just going to kind of carry me through. You know what I'm saying? I ended up taking a break, for family reasons. But yeah, it was when I came back that, like I said, I ran into you, and then got the CD. And it was a part of those things. It was just a part of that lineup of music that I actually like just put on. And it really helped. It really helped.
Well, that was the whole purpose of doing it.
Yes, goodness.
I prayed, that I wasn't just doing it, for myself.
Nah, you weren't doing it. Because bass, even the instrument, bass has every instrument just has a unique role to play.
Yeah.
Number one.
Yeah.
And bass is just a powerful instrument.
And you got to have a certain mentality in order to play it as well.
You do. Because now some things actually translate from bass and I guess like a standard guitar. Some things. Yeah. Like these, is this the B string? Okay, so this is E, A, D, G. E, A, D, G. And this is E, A, D, G. Yeah. These are different.
Yeah, but you got your B on the top, right?
No.
Where is the B?
Well, for me, a B is right here.
Yeah.
Yeah. And this is another high E.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, so
right.
So the B is in there.
Right.
So when I found out that those things translated, I was like, you know what? I could actually, note-wise, I knew what the notes were supposed to be.
Right. Yeah, but it's still you can do guitar and be able to translate to bass easy.
But
going the opposite way is harder.
Oh, it's harder. Okay.
Yeah, going from bass to guitar is harder.
Got it. Now, but the other part is, even though those notes correspond, the playing it, the learning the instrument is a whole nother thing, because you got string weight, the gauge.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
You got ghost notes, which even goes to drums and all of that.
Yeah. So that, I think for me, it was learning that part. Now, I was able to take some of those things and translate it to guitar as far as ghost notes and being very rhythmically sensitive. So that's an extra thing that bass actually helped me with. Even though it's not drums, it's just very important to be like in the pocket. Right. You know what I'm saying? Right. So I don't know. That's just one thing that I really, and I still enjoy playing the instrument. But yeah, I don't remember the key of these.
Well,
I think it's a. I'm gonna go straight to the bridge. I think I got it right. Yeah, that joint hit right. I think there's another note in there too. So yeah, that's that love joint, which is, I don't even know what key that's in. But then another one, it's in the key of A. Was that oh my God, what I texted you?
Yep.
Yeah. right.
Lord, you came to give, came to give.
Man.
And the innocent, precious blood of your son.
I can play it up here. G.
Your hands on
Yeah. That's right. All right, so start over.
Okay.
Start over on the bridge. Lord, you can.
That second chord, major.
This is major?
Not major. It's something else.
Oh, that's
there it is.
Yeah, okay. That's
right.
it.
Okay. What is that?
It's a D major over F sharp.
See? I knew it was more.
Yeah, it's something else because it sounds more majory sounding. You're right.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, bridge. By the innocent, precious blood of your son. All these hands of mine will praise you for eternity. Oh, I love you.
To the top.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. That song, another one. But yeah, those were the two main songs that really helped me. Of course, I played the rest of the album.
Right.
But those were cool. But I appreciate you.
Thank you.
I appreciate you coming out, and I'm gonna look at your guitar like you asked me to.
Yes, because this action on here is just too much.
I mean, you was playing it like it wasn't a problem, but so that's a good point. When you have higher action, it impacts playing. So a lot of people when they're starting out playing guitar, they may complain about that.
Well, that's because they go and get like the most inexpensive thing, inexpensive instrument,
right?
Hoping, they might get into it.
And it will play itself.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, the action be sitting up like.
Yeah, that's wild. So yeah. It from me looking at it looks like the neck needs to be straight. And that might be all I need to do. If I need to take that bone out,
this one.
Yeah, the bridge to kind of lower it. It doesn't look like it needs to be lowered, but that might have to be done just like a tad. And then the height of the strings will sit nice, at a nice height. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Which is probably how it was when you first got it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because it seems like to me, I thought you set this one up. It might have been like an acoustic that you set up.
Yeah. There was an acoustic you had or have that I set up, not that one. And you got another Dean, don't you? The one, no, you got a Rogue. The one that you took a picture with one on front of the album. Oh,
that's a Guild.
A Guild, that's right.
Yeah, that's we call her Big Country.
Gotcha.
I did a country album a long time ago.
Yeah.
In Tennessee.
Okay.
And I guess where I got that guitar.
Wow. Gotcha. Yeah, I thought you still got that one, don't you?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah. But I'm gonna make sure that's straight.
Yes.
All right, well, I appreciate it. We about to enjoy the day.
Yes. Amen. Thank you.
All right, y'all. Peace.
Peace.